Hello, guys, and welcome to our very next video blog, the documentary of the making of OLC 2017 in New. Oh, I just said OLC 2017. It's OLC Innovate 2017. Never forget innovation. That is always in there. I am so excited to be with these two ladies who are both my colleagues and my dear friends. Jane Moore is here. She's the director of Merlot Editorial and Professional Development Services. She is the head of the Teacher Education Editorial Board, which is my board, and she is also the Merlot Program Advisor for OLC Innovate 2017. I also have Catherine Honig here. She's a faculty member of the College of Professional Studies and Advancement at National Louis University. She's the head of the Psychology Editorial Board, which many of my friends, including Catherine, are on. And she is the track chair for Workforce Innovation and the Career Forum Roundtables. So we're here to talk about the Career Forum Roundtables in particular today. And I'd love to kick it off with asking you, Catherine, in your own words, what are the Career Forum Roundtables?
Well, thank you, Angela. It's great to be here today with you and Jane, and I'm delighted to have a chance to talk about OLC Innovate's Career Forum Roundtables, which are hands down my favorite part of the conference. The Career Forum Roundtables are moderated discussions where maybe 20, 25 or so conference participants actually do get around a table. Now, it might not be round, might be U-shaped, might be rectangular, but the point holds. And they sit around the table to talk about career-related matters as they intersect, of course, with educational technology. Now, in the past, the conference has more or less established the themes for these career-related discussions, and they've been fabulous. But there's a little difference this year. This year, conference participants can actually propose topics for these career-related roundtables. Yeah, I think that's a fabulous modification. So we're really looking forward to it because it really allows the conference to directly tap into the interests of conference participants.
So in that same vein, what can people expect when they attend these sessions?
Yeah, that's a great question, Angela. I mean, most broadly, what you can expect is a really great exchange with professionals, colleagues, conference attendees who are like-minded with respect to questions, issues, trends having to do with careers in educational technology. So that's, at the broadest level, it's going to be a real energizing discussion, no question about it. But at a specific level, you're going to come out of these career forums with really specific lessons learned and guidance and feedback from the other folks who are participating around the table. So, it might be resources they put you in touch with or ideas for organizations you should join and get involved with. Should I be a mentor? Should I get a mentor? Lots of really great exchange and guidance. And as a sidebar, and it's really not a sidebar, it's really quite central. These discussions are fabulous networking opportunities. I've been involved with the Career Forum, and I know that you and Jane also have been involved, Angela, with the Career Forum in the past. And one of the things I enjoy really is that when people leave after the 45 minutes, they're really not quite finished with the discussion. There's just still so much more to say, and you see people continuing to talk as they leave the room, and they go to lunch, and maybe they're talking some more, and then we find ourselves, in longer term contact with folks that we've met in this discussion. And it's all for the good with respect to career.
I know that with the session that I participated in, I was presenting with another colleague, and presenting is really not the right term because it was an open and collaborative conversation. And Catherine, you were one of the two moderators that were there for that session, and it was scheduled at the very last slot at the end of the conference. And I said, I am sure that nobody's going to be at this particular session because they're going to be on their flights heading home. And I'll tell you, we had a full room. It was standing room only, and people stayed. And I think that the real reason that they stayed was because they had been to previous sessions. They had seen the benefit of these Career Forum Roundtables. And for them, it was that closure on the conference. It was that coda that allowed them to gather all of the information from the other sessions that they went to, and then apply that to the work that they were going to take back with them. So that was really profound. And the biggest thing for me was that I learned as much as I'm sure the other folks did around the table. It was an exchange. It was an open exchange.
Yeah, I would say that, for me, I learn a lot through story. And that's what the Career Forum Roundtables were for me. Stories from people who really were doing the things that either I had tried to do or I was doing. And there was such an opportunity to connect with those people and to see what had sort of navigated them to a particular path and help me to decide whether that's a path I wanted to follow as well.
Oh, you both put that so well. You recall it's so nice to hear that you recall the sessions as so helpful, because that's how I recall them too. And actually, it's probably important to add that across sessions, you're coming into contact with professionals from all of the areas of ed tech, right? So, Angela, when you presented, you were in the session for entrepreneurs in ed tech, but we also had sessions for faculty members whose careers are significantly impacted by ed tech. So we had discussions with both full-time and adjunct faculty. We also have sessions with instructional design professionals, ed tech managers, senior university administrators whose job roles have to do with educational technology. So really a broad spectrum of professional roles in the career forums.
So dovetailing off of all of this, as people are listening to us chat about this particular format and how amazing it is and all that they're going to take away, the next call to action is to think about how folks might participate, especially given the fact that we've each received so much from being a part of this. So who should consider submitting a proposal to the CFP for this session type? And are there any sort of bits of information that you want to give people in terms of how they might craft their proposal or things that they might want to include in the proposal?
Okay, so that's my favorite question, because I'd like to encourage everyone. I mean, really any conference attendee can submit a proposal, because we all have careers and we all have career-related aims, right? So this is a part of the conference that is just relevant for absolutely every attendee. So if you're K-12, higher ed, consultant, adjunct, or full-time, instructional design professionals, ed tech managers, everybody should feel welcome to submit a proposal. So in thinking about what would that proposal be like, and well, thankfully, right, we've got that all outlined for you on the website for the conference. We have the specific questions that you can answer to submit your proposal. The first one is the most important one. What's the issue that you would like to discuss with other folks at the conference? What's the career-related ed tech intersection that you would really like to have an exchange about? So that's, the first part of the proposal. And for sure, if it's something in which you have an interest, others will be energized by it too. And you'll want to tell us who would be interested in talking with you about it. Do you think the major discussion points that you'd like to cover, keeping in mind that it's a moderated discussion? So if you pitch the proposal and we have the career forum, then you want to come. I mean, it's informal and everybody is part of the exchange, but you want to come with a sense of the outline of major points that you'd like to cover with folks. And then the last part is really what we've just been talking about here, and that's those career-related takeaways. So after this discussion, and even if it continues beyond the 45 minutes, what are the major takeaways from that discussion that people can expect? So that's a little bit by way of who should submit and why they should submit and what they should submit. But for my part, it's just very energizing and informing, and really what I think people come to conferences for. This is what you really want your conference to be about.
And on that note, I might add that the CFP deadline has been extended to November 2nd, so you have time to think about it and time to submit one proposal or more than one proposal, and we'd love to see them.
We're looking forward to receiving those proposals. That's right.
Absolutely. Folks that are watching, I also want to reiterate that if you have any questions about this process, please feel free to reach out to Catherine, reach out to Jane. We'll put contact information in the comments area of YouTube. And other than that, we just can't wait to join in on the session that you will be proposing and hopefully will be accepted at the conference. We'll see you in New Orleans.
Yes.
We'll see you there.